Drake's security guard got shot up. We can talk about that. Drake shot. So it wasn't Drake though. It was, here's the news. Let's just watch the video.
Large police presence outside of the home of Drake after reports of an overnight shooting in the area. Here's a live look at the scene now. This is outside of 21 Park Lane Circle in North York, well known to be the home of the Toronto-born rapper. Details are still very limited, but police have confirmed to City News that the person injured is not Drake. Officers responded to the shooting around 2 this morning. One person was rushed to hospital with serious injuries. No word on the identity of that person. A suspect fled in a vehicle, but no description is available at this point. Stay with us here on BT for the latest.
So my thoughts on this is that Drake was saying to Kendrick that he gets more love in his city than he does, meaning LA, Compton, whatever, wherever Kendrick Lamar lives now. And that's just simply not true. And it looks like in Toronto right now, I mean, we've even seen like Top 5 Shooter and other Toronto people like not disown Drake, but they're kind of saying like, nah, we don't claim you right now because you're not really giving back to the city as much as Kendrick Lamar is to pretty much like all of black culture in general. So now that his house in Toronto got shot up, it looks like his own city again is not showing as much love as Drake was trying to say that Kendrick isn't getting from his own. Now, do I think that this is Kendrick's team doing that? No, I don't think Kendrick would even, you know, call a hit on Drake whatsoever, because he's gonna keep it strictly raps. He even said that I wasn't even trying to make it personal until Drake started mentioning his family members. I think it's probably I don't know about like fan, but like, you know, some criminal activity gang or something in Toronto shooting at Drake just to mock him. Although he didn't really shoot Drake, they shot the bodyguards, but like that's as close as you can get to his house because he has so much security, I would assume. I think some woman even like stormed his house a couple years back. I was in a different crib, that's how I remember, and when we were streaming, and she had like a knife or something. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's what happened though. So I think it has to do with just people kind of like vandalizing his store in London, his OVO store. Similar situation, but I don't think Kendrick had anything to do with it. If anything, because Kendrick already washed him, his silence right now, he's probably not even going to respond, or at least that's what I'm hearing online, because that would be a good move, because Drake in the last song was saying, I don't even want to do this anymore because you called me a pedo. And I understand where Drake is coming from. Like he already lost. So like, why continue it and potentially have more information outed by Kendrick? But if anything were to happen, I would think that Drake is now going to do something to like Kendrick's team, or at least attempt to take someone out, because he already lost the raps. So the only thing he really can do is do something real in real life to take somebody out in Kendrick, to say that he won, or like to claim that he's still dangerous because he was claiming he was a war general in the last song. So I don't think this is related, but definitely a very interesting series of events, especially with Rick Ross's PJ getting a crash landing. And then people thought that had to do with Drake, but really it's just like a lot of coincidences. I think if it was Drake, it would be a lot more, I don't know, there'd be more uproar, or like Rick Ross would have said something, or there'd be like an investigation on Drake. Although what some people are telling me behind the scenes, just friends, not like industry people, they're saying like, well, anything that Drake does, like it's not going to touch him because he's such a boss. He's a mafia boss. And like, it's going to be, you know, he's going to hire somebody behind closed doors with no security footage or phones or anything. And he can just do anything untouched because he has so much money and power. But that's what RICO cases are for, my friends. That's literally because most of the time you can't touch the mob boss or the mafia boss. So the federal government or state or whatever, they'll call a RICO on you because they can't technically prove anything. So they're just going to take out the leader of the organization, of whatever organization Drake has. I know it's OVO, but like whatever they claim it is, like they did with Young Thug, with YSL being a gang. So yeah, I don't think it has to do with Kendrick at all. But I know y'all been seeing the Metro Boomin tweets that he's been deleting. It's looking bad, I'm not gonna lie. However, here, I'm trying to tell one of my followers that age ain't nothing but a number, lol. Ugh. All right, go to the next one. She gonna suck me whether she like it or not. That's what the Molly for. Okay, Rick Ross or ASAP Bari. That's not looking good either. When was this tweeted though? 2013. The other one I think was 2011. Yeah. Now I don't think Drake's gonna respond, but that would be good ammo. But I feel like he already destroyed Metro with that one bar, but Metro's side is winning because of Kendrick. I'll beat the charge. RT Naz is boring. The girl is 13. Nas, sorry. I wasn't sure if he was referencing Nas in their name, but this girl is 13. Deleted. Oh my God, bro. But the thing is, I can't condone that behavior. I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, he was wilding out. He was a kid. How old was he in 2011? When was Metro Boomin born? Metro Boomin age. So this was 13 years ago. He was 17 years old saying that. It's a little sus, bro. But they are just tweets. And it's not like he's been seen with girls. So that's why Drake is getting roasted. But this kind of proves that people are a little bit biased with taking down Drake, because I feel like these tweets are a little more suspect than Drake's just appearances. I know he kissed that girl on stage and everything, but it was a performance act. Now it's still weird. Don't get me wrong. Still very weird. She came out and said that it wasn't anything, but when you're under the age of consent, you don't really know better either. So that's the defense on the other side. But Metro Boomin was caught in 720p if Drake was caught in 480p. The thing about this beef is that it's not only just taking down Drake. That's the bad part about this shit. It's exposing a lot of shit about everybody. Like Metro's getting exposed. Kendrick's getting exposed for being a wife beater. Not that really people care much. Drake's getting exposed for allegedly being a pedo, or he already got outed for having ghostwriters or whatever else. Like everyone kind of took a little bit of a detriment to their career legacy. This is a holy war, facts. Everyone is getting it. But Kendrick basically solidified his stance as the #1 rapper. So was it worth it though? Now that he's outed as a wife beater, but I believe that was in the news years ago. It's just that nobody really talked about it, because I didn't really know about it beforehand. Mainstream with underground allegations. Well, this just proves that it's not just the underground rappers, so y'all can't come at them anymore. It's really just every rapper doing some weird shit. And to be honest, it's not even just rappers. It's just that rappers are famous, so all the bad things that they do are public information, whereas a ton of people in the real world are doing whack shit. Like I'm not gonna show it because it's just too much. Not even for TOS, just I don't even want to look at it. But there was this one dude at, I want to say like a tennis match or like some foreign event in some different sport, some lower tier sport, that the dude was like biting this kid's ear. Y'all have probably seen it. That shit is whack. More than whack. That's disgusting. Like dude's dick needs to be cut off on the spot. Oh, and the mainstream got better lawyers too. Yeah. And they got better PR teams. True. So like Metro and a bunch of other people, a bunch of big rappers, Kendrick, whatever, they got people to like pay publications to stop said information from spreading and to beat the cases. Whereas underground rappers, you know, they got, some of them got money, but the underground fans are also ruthless. Whereas I feel like when you get to a certain level, you'll get a lot of supporters that will blindly follow, you know?